generals overflows the measure. And those his goodly eyes that over the files and musters of the war had glowed like plated Mars now bend, now turn the office and devotion of their view upon a tawny front. His captain's heart, which in the scuffles of great fights had burst the buckles on his breast, reneges all temper and has become the bellows and the fan to cool a gypsy's lust. Look where they come. Take but good note, and you shall see in him the triple color of the world transformed into a strumpet's fool. Behold and see.
If it be love indeed, tell me how much.
There's beggary in the love that can be reckoned.
I'll set a born how far to be beloved.
Then must you needs find out new heaven, new earth.
Who's my good lord from Rome?
Grates me. The sum.
Nay, hear them, Antony. Oh, Fulvia perchance is angry, or who knows if the scarce-spirited Caesar have not sent his powerful mandate to you. Do this or this. Take in that kingdom and enfranchise that. Perform, or else we damn thee.
How, my love?
Chance, nay, and most like. Oh, you must not stay here longer. Your dismission has come from Caesar. Therefore, hear it, Antony. Where's Fulvia's process? Caesar's, I should say. Both. Oh, call in the messengers. As I am Egypt's queen, thou blushest, Antony. And that blood of thine is Caesar's homager. Else so thy cheek pays shame when shrill-tongued Fulvia scolds. The messengers.
Let Rome and Tiber melt. The wide arch of the range and empire fall. Here is my space. Kingdoms are clay, and our dungy earth alike feeds beast as men. The nobleness of life is to do thus. With such a mutual pair and such a twain can do it. In which I bind, on pain of punishment, the world to weep, we stand up peerless.
Excellent falsehood. Why would he marry Fulvia and not love her? I'll seem the fool I am not. Antony will be himself.
But stirred by Cleopatra. Now for the love of love and her soft hours, let's not confound the time with conference harsh. There's not a minute of our lives should stretch without some pleasure now. What sport tonight?
Hear the ambassadors.
Oh, my wrangling queen, whom everything becomes, to chide, to laugh, to weep, whose every passion fully strives to make itself in thee fair and admired. No messenger but thine, all alone tonight, will wander through the streets and note the qualities of people. Come, my queen. Last night you did desire it. Speak not to us.
Caesar will then Antonius cry so slight.
Sir, sometimes when he is not Antony, he comes too short of that great property, but still should go with Antony.
I am full sorry that he proves the common lie. I will thus speak of him in Rome, but I will look for better deeds tomorrow. Rest you.
Lord Alexis! Oh, sweet Alexis. Mwah! Most anything Alexis. Almost most absolute Alexis. Where is the soothsayer that you praised so to the queen? Oh, that I knew this husband, which you say must charge his horns with garlands.
Soothsayer, your will.
Is this the man? Is it you, sir, that know things?
In nature's infinite book of secrecy, a little I can read.
Show him your hand.
Bring in the banquet quickly. Already enough Cleopatra.
Good sir, give me good fortune.
I make not, but foresee.
Pray then foresee me one.
You shall be yet far fairer than you are.
He means in flesh.
No, you shall paint when you are old.
My calls for bit.
That's not as prescience. Be attentive.
You shall be more beloving than beloved.
No, I'd rather heat my liver with drinking.
Nay, hear him.
Good now, some excellent fortune. Let me be married to 3 kings in a forenoon and widow them all. Let me have a child at 50 to whom Herod of Jewry may do homage. Find me to marry me with Octavius Caesar and companion me with my mistress.
You shall outlive the lady whom you serve.
Oh, excellent, I love long life better than figs.
You have seen and proved a fairer former fortune than that which is to approach.
Then belike my children shall have no names. Prithee, how many boys and wenches must I have?
If every of your wishes had a womb, and fertile every wish, 1,000,000.
Fool! I forgive thee for a witch.
You think none but your sheets are privy to your wishes?
Nay, come, tell Iris her.
We'll hear all our fortunes.
Mine and most our fortunes tonight shall be drugged to bed.
There's a palm presages chastity, if nothing else.
E'en the o'erflowing Nilus presageth famine.
Go, you wild bedfellow, you cannot sooth.
Oh, nay, if an oily palm be not a fruitful prognostication, I cannot scratch mine ear. Prithee, tell her but a workaday fortune.
Your fortunes are alike.
But how? But how? Give me particulars.
I've said.
Am I not an inch of fortune better than she?
Well, if you were but an inch of fortune better than me, where would you choose it?
Not in my husband's nose.
Yours are not heaven's men. Come, Alexis, his fortune, his fortune. Oh, let him marry a woman that cannot go.
Oh,
sweet Isis, I beseech thee. And let her die too, and give him worse. And let worse follow worse, till the worst of all follow him laughing to his grave, 50-fold accoupled. Good Isis, hear me this prayer, though thou deny me a matter of more weight. Good Isis, I beseech thee.
Amen. Dear goddess, hear that prayer of the people, for as it is a heart-breaking to behold a handsome man lose wife, so it is a deadly sorrow to behold a foul knave uncuckolded. Therefore, dear Isis, keep decorum and fortune him accordingly. Amen.
Well, now could lay in their hands to make me a cuckold. They make themselves whores, but they'll do it.
Here comes Antony.
Oh, not he the queen.
Saw you, my lord? Was he not here?
No, madam.
Well, he was disposed to mirth, but on the sudden a Roman thought had struck him. Enobarbus, seek him and bring him hither. Alexis,
Here at your service. My lord approaches.
we will not look upon him. Go with us.
Fulvia, thy wife first came into the field.
Against my brother Lucius?
Aye, but soon that war had ended, the time state made friends of them, jointing their force against Caesar, whose better issue in the war from Italy upon the first encounter drave them.
Well, what worse?
The nature of bad news infects the teller.
When it concerns the fool, a coward. Things that are past are done with me. 'Tis thus, who tells me true, though in his tale like death, I hear him as he flattered.
Lavinius, this is stiff news. Hath with his Parthian force extended Asia, from Euphrates his conquering banner shook to Syria and Lydia and Ionia, whilst...
Antony, thou wouldst say.
Oh, my lord.
Speak to me home, mince not the general tongue. Name Cleopatra, as she is called in Rome. Rail thou in Fulvia's phrase, and taunt my faults with such full license as both truth and malice have power to utter. Oh, these strong Egyptian fetters I must break, or lose myself in dotage. From Sicyon, what news?
Fulvia, thy wife is dead.
Where died she?
In Sicyon. Her length of sickness and what else more serious importeth thee to know. This bed.
Forbear me. There's a great spirit gone. Thus did I desire it. Or our contempt doth often hurl from us, we wish it ours again. The present pleasure by revolution lowering does become the opposite of itself. She's good, being gone. A hand could pluck her back that shoved her on. Must from this enchanting queen break off 10,000 harms, more than the ills I know, my idleness to patch. How now, Enobarbus?
It's your pleasure, sir.
I must with haste commence.
Why, then we kill all our women. You see how mortal an unkindness is to them? If they suffer our departure, death's the word.
I must be gone.
Under a compelling occasion, let women die. 'Twere a pity to cast them away for nothing. Though between them and a great cause, they should be esteemed nothing. Cleopatra, catching but the least noise of this, dies instantly. I have seen her die 20 times upon far poorer moment. I do think there's metal in death which commits some loving act upon her. She hath such a celerity in dying.
She's cunning past man's thought.
Alack, sir, no, our passions are made of nothing but the finest part of pure love. We cannot call our winds and waters sighs and tears. There are greater storms and tempests than almanacs can report. This cannot be cunning in her. If it be, she makes a shower of rain as well as Jove.
Would I had never seen her.
Oh, sir, then you had left unseen a wonderful piece of work, which not to have been blessed withal would have discredited your trial.
Fulvia is dead.
Sir?
Fulvia is dead.
Fulvia?
Dead. The business she hath broached in the state cannot endure my absence.
And the business you've broached here cannot be without you, especially that of Cleopatra, which wholly depends on your abode.
No more light answers. Let our officers have notice what we purpose. I will break the cause of our expedience to the queen and get her leave to part. Sextus Pompeius hath given the dare to Caesar and commands the empire of the sea. Our slippery people, whose love is never linked to the deserver till his deserts are past, begin to throw Pompey the Great and all his dignities upon his son, whose quality going on the sides of the world may danger. Much is breeding, which, like the courser's hair, has yet but life, and not a serpent's poison. Say our pleasure to such as places under us requires our quick remove from hence.
I shall do.
Where is he?
I did not see him since.
See, where he is, who's with him, what he does. I did not send you. If you find him sad, say I am dancing. If in mirth, report that I am sudden sick. Quick and return.
Madame, methinks if you did love him dearly, you do not hold the method to enforce the like from him.
What should I do? I do not.
In each thing give him way, cross him in nothing.
Thou teachest like a fool the way to lose him.
Tempt him not so too far, I wish forbear. In time we hate that which we often fear. But here comes Antony.
I am sick and summoned.
I am sorry to give breathing to my purpose.
Oh, help me away, Charming, I shall fall. Oh, it cannot be thus long. The sides of nature will not sustain it.
Now, my dearest queen.
Oh, pray you, stand far from me.
What's the matter?
I see by that same eye there's some good news. What says the married woman? You may go? Would she had never given you leave to come? Let her not say it is I that keep you here. I have no power upon you, purse you on.
The gods best know.
Oh, never was there queen so mightily betrayed. Yet at the first I saw the treasons planted.
Cleopatra.
Why should I think you could be mine and true, though you in swelling shake the throned gods that have been false to Fulvia? Riotous madness to be entangled with those mouth-made vows that break themselves in swearing.
Most sweet
Nay,
queen.
pray you, seek no color for your going, but bid farewell and go. When you sued staying, then was the time for words, no going then. Eternity was in our lips and eyes, bliss in our brows bent. None our part so poor, but was a race of heaven. They are so still, for thou, the greatest soldier in the world, art turned the greatest liar.
Now, lady.
Why, would I had thy inches, thou shouldst see there would be a heart in Egypt.
Hear me, queen. The strong necessity of time commands our services a while, but my full heart remains in use with you. Our Italy shines o'er with civil swords. Sextus Pompeius makes his approaches to the port of Rome. Equality of two domestic powers breeds scrupulous faction. The hated grown to strength are newly grown to love. The condemned Pompey, rich in his father's honor, creeps apace into the hearts of such as have not thrived upon the present state. Quietness grown sick of rest would purge by any desperate change. My more particular, that which most with you should safe my going, is Fulvia's death.
Though age from folly could not give me freedom, it does from childishness. Can Fulvia die?
She's dead, my queen. Look here, and at thy sovereign leisure read the gargoyles she await. At the last, best, see when and where she died.
Oh, most false love. Where be the sacred vials thou shouldst fill with sorrowful water? Oh, now I see. I see in Fulvia's death how mine shall be received.
Quarrel no more, but be prepared to know the purposes I bear, which are or cease as you shall give the advice. But I'll find that quickens nihilist time. I go from hence thy soldier, servant, making peace or war as thou offense.
Quick, Charmian, come, cut my lace. But let it be, I am quickly ill and well. So Antony loves.
My precious queen, forbear, and give true evidence to his love, which stands an honorable trial.
So Fulvia told me. I prithee turn aside and weep for her. Then bid adieu to me and say the tears belong to Egypt. Good now, play one scene of excellent dissembling and let it look like perfect honor.
You'll heat my blood, no more.
You can do better yet, but this is meetly.
By my sword!
And target. Ooh, still he mends. But this is not the best. Look, prithee, charming in how this Herculean Roman does become the carriage of his chaff.
I'll leave you, lady.
Courteous lord, one word. Sir, you and I must part. But that's not it. Sir, you and I have love. There's not it, that you know well. Something there is I would... Oh, my oblivion is a very Antony, and I am all forgotten.
But that your royalty holds idleness your subject, I should take you for idleness itself.
'Tis sweating labor to bear such idleness so near the heart as Cleopatra this. Sir, forgive me, since my becomings kill me when they do not eye well to you. Your honor calls you hence. Therefore be deaf to my unpitied folly, and all the gods go with you. Upon your sword sit laurel victory, and smooth success be strewed before your feet.
Let us go. Come. Our separation so abides and flies that thou residing here goes yet with me, and I hence fleeting, here remain with thee.
Let us henceforth know it is not Caesar's natural vice to hate our great competitor. From Alexandria this is the news. He fishes, drinks, and wakes the lamps of night in revel. Is not more manlike than Cleopatra, nor the queen of Ptolemy more womanly than he. Hardly gave audience or vouchsafe to think he had partners. You shall find there a man who is the abstracts of all faults that all men follow.
I must not think there's evil enough to darken all his goodness. His faults in him seem the spots of heaven, or fired by night's gladness. Hereditary rather than purchased, when he cannot change from what he chooses.
You are too indulgent. Well, let's grant it is not amiss to tumble on the bed of Ptolemy, to give a kingdom for a mirth, to sit and keep a turn of tippling with a slave, to reel the streets at noon and stand the buffet with knaves that smell of sweat. Say this becomes him, as his composure must be rare indeed, whom these things cannot blemish. Yet must Antony no way excuse his foils when we do bear so great weight in his likeness. If he filled his vacancy with his voluptuousness full surfeit, and the dryness of his bones call on him for't, but to confound such time that drums him from a spot and speaks as loud as his own state and ours, 'tis to be chid as we rate boys who, being mature in knowledge, pawn their present experiences to their present pleasure, and so rebel to judgment.
Here's more news.
Thy biddings have been done. In every hour, most noble Caesar, shalt thou have report of these abroad. Not be strong at sea, and appears he is beloved, that those that have only feared Caesar. To the ports, the discontents repair, and men's reports give him much wrong.
I should have known no less. It hath been taught to us from the primal state that he which is was wished until he were, and the ebbed man, never loved till never worth loved, comes dear by being lacked. Say this common body, like to a vagabond flag upon the stream, goes to and back, lacking the varying tide, to rot itself with motion.
Caesar, I bring thee word. Menecrates and Manus, famous pirates, make the seas serve them, which they ear and wound with keels of every kind. Many hot inroads they make in Italy, the borders maritime, like blood to think on, and flesh youth revolt. No vessel can peep forth, but 'tis as soon taken a scene, for Pompey's name strikes more than could his war resisted.
Oh, Antony, leave thy lascivious wassails. When thou once was beaten from Modena, Thou slewest Hirtius, and Pansus at thy heel did famine follow, whom thou fought against, though daintily brought up, with patience more than savages could suffer. Thou didst drink the stale of horses, and the gilded puddle which beasts would cough at. Thy palate then did deign the roughest berry on the rudest hedge, yea, like the stag when snow the pasture sheets, the box of trees thou browsed. On the opposite is reported thou didst eat strange flesh, which some did die to look on. And all of this, which wounds thine honour that I speak it now, was born so like a soldier that thy cheek so much as lanked not.
'Tis pity of him.
Let his shames quickly drive him to Rome. 'Tis time we twain did show ourselves in the field, to that end we assemble immediate council. Pompey thrives in our idleness.
Tomorrow, Caesar, I shall be furnished to inform you rightly, both what by land and sea I can be able to front this present time.
To which encounter it is my business too. Farewell.
Farewell, my lord. What you will know meantime as it stirs abroad, I shall beseech you, sir, to let me be partaker.
Doubt not, sir. I knew it for my bond.
Mandragora,
Why, madame?
that I might sleep out this great gap of time my Antony is away.
You think of him too much.
Oh, 'tis treason.
Madam, I trust not so.
Oh, thou eunuch Mardian.
What's your highness's pleasure?
Not now to hear thee sing. I take no pleasure in aught an eunuch has. 'Tis well for thee that, being on seminar, thy freer thoughts may not fly forth of Egypt. Hast thou affections?
Yes, gracious madam.
Indeed.
Not indeed, madame, for in truth I can do nothing but what indeed is honest to be done. Yet I have fierce affections. And think what Venus did with Mars.
Oh, Charmian, where thinkst thou he is now? Stands he, or sits he, or does he walk? Or is he on his horse? Ooh, happy horse to bear the weight of Antony. Do bravely, horse. Well, what's thou whom thou knowest? The Demi-Atlas of this world, the arm and burgeonet of men. He's speaking now, or murmuring, where's my serpent of old Nile? So he calls me. Ooh, now I feed myself with most delicious poison. Oh, think on me that am with Phoebus amorous pinches black and wrinkled deep in time. Broad-fronted Caesar, when thou wast here above the ground, I was a morsel for a monarch. And great Pompey would stand and make his eyes grow in my brow. There would he anchor his aspect, and die with looking on his life.
Sovereign of Egypt, here.
How much unlike art thou, Mark Antony? Yet coming from him, that great medicine hath with his taint gilded thee. How goes it with my brave Mark Antony?
Last thing he did, dear queen, he kissed, the last of many double kisses, this orient pearl. His speech sticks in my heart.
Oh, mine ear must pluck it thence.
Good friend, quoth he, say the firm Roman to great Egypt sends, this treasure of an oyster, at whose foot do men the petty president. I will piece her opulent throne with kingdoms, all the east, say thou, shall call her mistress. And so he nodded, and soberly did mount an armed god steed that neighed so high that what I would have said was beastly done by him.
What was he, sad or merry?
He was like the time of the year between the extremes of hot and cold. He was nor sad nor merry.
Oh, well divided disposition. Note him, good Charmian. 'Tis the man, but note him. He was not sad, for he would shine on those that make their looks by his. He was not merry, which seemed to tell them his remembrance lay in Egypt with his joy. But between both, oh, heavenly mingled. Oh, be'st thou sad or merry, the violence of either thee becomes. So does it no man else. Metst thou my posts?
Aye, madam, 20 several messengers. Why do you send so thick?
Who's born that day that I forget to send to Antony shall die a beggar. Ink and paper, Charmian. Welcome, my good Alexis. Oh, Charmian. tell me, did I ever love Caesar so?
Oh, that brave Caesar.
Be choked with such another emphasis. Say the brave Antony.
The valiant Caesar.
Caesar, paragon again, my man.
By your most gracious pardon, I sing, but after you.
My salad days when I was green in judgment, cold in blood, to say as I said then. But come away, bring me ink and paper. He shall have every day a several greeting, or I'll unpeople Egypt.
Good evening, brothers. 'Tis a worthy deed that shall become you well to entreat your captain to soft and gentle speech.
I shall entreat him to answer like himself. Caesar, let Antony look over Caesar's head and speak as loud as Mars. Why, Jupiter, were I the wearer of Antony's beard, I would not shave it today.
'Tis not a time of private stomachings,
Every time serves the matter that is then born in it.
but small to greater matters must take way.
Not if the small come first.
The speech of passion. Pray you stir no embers up. Here comes the noble Antony.
Yonder Caesar.
We compose well here to Marcius and Antonius.
I didn't notice this. Ask you.
Noble friends, that which combined us was most great, and let not a leaner action rend us. What's amiss, may it be gently heard. When we debate our trivial difference loud, we do commit murder in healing wounds. Then, noble partners, the rather, for I earnestly beseech, touch you your sourest points with sweetest terms, nor curse disgrow to the matter.
'Tis spoken well. Were we before our armies in to fight, I should do thus.
Welcome to Rome.
Thank you.
Sit.
Sit, sir.
Nay then.
I learn you take things ill which are not so, or being, concern you not.
I must be laughed at, if for nothing, for a little, or I should say myself offended, and with you chiefly in the world, more laughed at that I should once name you derogatively, and to sound your name it not concern me.
My being in Egypt, Caesar, what was it to you?
No more than my residing here in Rome might be to you in Egypt. Yet, if you there did practice on my state, your being in Egypt might be my question.
How intend you practiced?
Maybe please I catch mine intent by what did here befall me. Your wife and brothers made wars upon me, and their consultation was themed for you with a word of war.
You do mistake your business. My brother never did urge me in his act. I did inquire it, and had my learning from some true reports that drew their swords with you. Did he not rather discredit my authority with yours, and make the wars alike against my stomach, having alike your cause? Of this my letters before did satisfy you. If you'll patch a quarrel, as matter whole you have to make it with, it must not be with this.
You praise yourself by laying defects of judgment to me. But you patched up your excuses.
Not so, not so. I know you could not lack, I'm certain on the very necessity of this thought, that I, your partner in the cause against which ye fought, could not with graceful eyes attend those wars which funded mine own peace. As for my wife, I would you had her spirit in such another. The third of the world is yours, which with a snaffle you may pace easy, but not such a wife.
Read all such wives, that the men might go to wars with the women.
So much uncurbable her gargoyle, Caesar, made out of her impatience, which not wanted shrewdness of policy too. I grieving grant did you too much disquiet. For which you must but say, I could not help it.
I wrote to you in writing in Alexandria, you did pocket up my letters, and with taunts did chide my missive out of audience.
Sir, he fell upon the air, admitted then. 3 kings I had newly feasted, and did wonder what I was in the morning. But next day I told him of myself, which was as much as to have asked him pardon. Let this fellow eat nothing of our strife. If we must contend, out of our question wipe him.
You have broken the article of your oath, which you should never have tongue to charge me with.
Talk, Caesar.
Nay, let him speak. The honor is sacred which he talks on now, supposing that I lacked it. Put on, Caesar, the article of my oath.
To lend me arms and aid when I require them, the both which you denied.
Neglected rather, and that when poisoned hours had bound me up for mine own knowledge. As nearly as I may, I'll play the penitent to you, but my honesty shall not make poor my greatness, nor my power work without it. The truth is that Fulvia, to have me out of Egypt, made wars here, for which myself, the ignorant motive, do so far ask pardon as befits mine honor to stoop in such a case.
'Tis noble spoke.
If it may please you, to enforce no further the griefs between you, to forget them quite, or to remember that the present need speaks to atone you.
Or, if you borrow one another's love for the instant, you may, when you hear no more words of Pompey, return it again. You shall have time to wrangle it when you have nothing else to do.
Thou art a soldier only, speak no more.
That truth should be silent, I had almost forgot.
You wrong this presence, therefore speak no more.
Till then, you are considered stone.
I do not much dislike the matter, but the manner of his speech. For it cannot be we shall remain in friendship, our conditions so differing in their acts. Yet, if I knew what who should hold us staunch, from edge to edge of the world I would pursue it.
Give me leave, Caesar.
Speak, Agrippa.
Thou hast a sister by the mother's side, admired Octavia. Great Mark Antony is now a widower.
Say not so, Agrippa. If Cleopatra heard you, your reproof were well-deserved of rashness.
I am not married, Caesar. Let me hear Agrippa further speak.
To hold you in perpetual amity, to make you brothers, to knit your hearts with an unslipping knot, to take Antony Octavia to his wife, whose beauty claims no worse a husband than the best of men, whose virtues and whose general graces speak that which none else can utter. By this marriage all little jealousies which now seem great, and all great fears which now import their dangers, would then be nothing. Truths would be tales, where now half tales be truths. Her love to both would each to other, and all loves to both draw after her. Pardon what I have spoken, for 'tis a studied, not a present thought, by duty ruminated.
Will Caesar speak?
Not till he hears our Antony's touched with what is spoke already.
What power is in Agrippa, if I would say, Agrippa, be it so, to make this good?
The power of Caesar. And his power unto Octavia.
May I never, to this good purpose, which so fairly shows, dream of impediment. Let me have thy hand. Further this act of grace, and from this hour the heart of brothers govern in our loves and sway our great designs.
That is my hand. A sister I bequeath you, whom no brother did ever love so dearly. Let her live to join our kingdoms and our hearts, and never fly off our loves again.
Happily. Amen.
I do invite you to my sister's view. Whither straight? I'll lead you.
And let us good Lepidus not lack your company.
Though Antony not sickness shall detain me.
Welcome from Egypt, sir.
Hath the heart of Caesar, worthy Maecenas. My honorable friend Agrippa.
Good evening, Barbus.
We have cause to be glad that matters are so well digested. You stayed well by in Egypt.
Aye, sir, we did sleep the day out of countenance, and made the night light with drinking.
8 wild boars roasted whole at a breakfast, and only 12 persons there. Is this true?
This was but as a fly by an eagle. They had much more monstrous matter of feast, which worthily deserve noting.
She's a most triumphant lady, if report be square to her.
When she first met Mark Antony, she pursed up his heart upon the river of Cydnus.
There she appeared indeed, or my reporters devised well for her.
I will tell you. The barge she sat in, like a burnished throne, burned on the water. The poop was beaten gold, purple the sails, and so perfumed that the winds were not sick with them. The oars were silver, which to the tune of flutes kept stroke, and made the water which they beat to follow faster, as amorous of their strokes. For her own person, in figural description, she did lie in her pavilion, cloth, gold, tissue, or picturing that Venus where we see the fancy outwork nature. On each side there stood pretty dimpled boys, like smiling cupids, with diverse colored fans whose wind did seem to glow, the delicate cheeks which they did cool, and what they undid did.
Oh, rare for Antony.
For gentle women, like the Nereids, so many mermaids tinted over the eyes and made their bends adornings. At the helm, a seeming mermaid steers. The silken tackles swell with the touches of those flower-soft hands that yearly framed the office. On the barge, a strange invisible perfume hits the sense of the adjacent wharfs. The city cast a peep light upon her, and Antony, enthroned in the marketplace, did sit alone, whistling to the air, which, but for vacancy, had gone to gaze on Cleopatra too, and made a gap in nature.
Rare Egyptian.
Upon her landing, Antony sent to her, invited her to supper. But she replied it should be better he became her guest, which she entreated. Now her courteous Antony, who never the word of no, woman heard speak, being barbered 10 times over, goes to the feast, and for his ordinary pays his heart, for his eyes eat only.
Royal wench. She made great Caesar lay his sword to bear. He plowed her and she cropped.
I saw her once up 40 paces down the public street, and having lost her breath, she spoke and panted that she did make defect perfection, and breathless, pour breath forth.
Now Antony must leave her utterly.
Never. You will not. Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale of infinite variety. The women call the appetites they feed, but she makes hungry, where most she satisfies. For vilest things become themselves in her, that the holy priests bless her when she is riggish.
That beauty, wisdom, modesty can settle the heart of Antony. Octavia is a blessed lottery to him.
Good Barbus, make yourself my guest whilst you abide here.
Humbly, sir, I thank you.
Trade in love.
The music, ho!
Oh, let it alone. Let's to billiards. Come, Charmian.
And my arm is sore. Best play with Mardian.
As well a woman with a eunuch played as with a woman. Come, sir, will you play with me?
As well as I can, madame.
Oh, and when good did show, though it come too short, the actor may plead pardon. Oh, now. Give me mine angle, will to the river. There my music playing far off, I will betray 20 finid fishes. My bended hook shall pierce their slimy jaws, and as I draw them up, I'll think them every one an Antony and say, aha, you're caught.
'Twas merry when you wagered on your angling, when your diver did hang a saltfish on his hook, which he would permanently do.
All of that time. Oh, times I laughed him out of patience, and that night I laughed him into patience. And next morn, ere the 9th hour, I drunk him to his bed, then put my tires and mantles on him, whilst I wore his sword, Philippine. Oh, from Italy! Ram thou thy fruitful tidings in mine ears that long time have been barren.
Madam.
Antonio's dead. If thou say so, villain, thou kill'st thy mistress. But well and free, if thou so yield him, here's gold, and there my bluest veins to kiss. A hand that kings have lipped and trembled kissing.
First, madam, he's well.
Well said, there's more. But, sirrah, mark, we used to say the dead are well. Bring it to that, the gold I give thee will I melt and pour down thy ill-uttering throat.
Will it please you to hear me, madam?
Go to, I will. There's no goodness in thy face. If Antony be free and healthful, why so tart a favor to trumpet such good tidings? If not well, thou shouldst come like a fury crowned with snakes, not like a formal man.
Good madam, hear me.
I have a mind to strike thee ere thou speakest. Yet if thou say Antony lives, is well, or friends with Caesar, or not captive to him, I'll set thee in a shower of gold, and hail rich pearls upon thee.
First, madam, he is well.
Oh, well said.
And friends with Caesar.
Oh, make thee a fortune.
Caesar and he are greater friends than ever.
Thou'rt an honest man.
But yet, madam.
I do not like but yet. It does allay the good proceedings. Fie upon but yet. But yet is as a jailer to bring forth some monstrous malefactor. Prithee, sir, pour out the pack of matter to mine ear, the good and bad together. It's friends with Caesar. In state of health thou sayest, and thou sayest free.
Free, madam, no, I made no such report. He's bound into Octavia.
For what good turn?
For the best turn in the bed.
I am pale, charming.
Madam, he's married to Octavia.
Oh, most infectious pestilence upon thee!
Good madam, patience.
What say you? Hence, horrible villain, I'll spur thine eyes like falls before me. I'll unhair thy head. Thou shalt be whipped with wire and spit in brine, smarting and linger and pickle.
Madam, I do bring the news, but not the match.
Say 'tis not so. A province I will give thee, and make thy fortunes proud. Oh, the blow thou hadst shall make thy peace from moving to rage. And I will boot thee with what gift beside thy modesty convey.
He's married, madam.
Good! Thou hast lived too long!
Hey, they don't run with me, madam. I made no fault.
Good madam, keep yourself within yourself. The man is innocent.
Some innocent escape not the thunderbolt. Melt Egypt into Nile, and kindly creatures turn all to serpents. Call the slave again. Though I am mad, I will not bite him. Call!
He's afeard to come.
I will not hurt him. These hands do lack nobility that they strike a meaner than myself. I myself have given myself the cause. Come hither, sir. Though it be honest, it is never good to bring bad news. Give to a gracious message an host of tongues, but let ill tidings tell themselves when they be felt.
I have done my duty.
Is he married? I cannot hate thee worse than I do if thou again say yes.
He's married, madam.
God confound thee, dost thou hold there still?
Should I lie, madam?
I would thou didst. So half my Egypt were submerged and made a cistern for scaled snakes. Go get thee hence. Hadst thou Narcissus in thy face, to me thou wouldst appear most ugly. He is married.
I crave your highness.
He is married.
Take no offense that I would not offend you. Punish me for what you make me do seems much unequal. He's married to Octavia.
That his fault should make a knave of thee that art not what thou art so of. Go get thee hence. The merchandise which thou hast brought from Rome are all too dear for me. Lay they upon thy hand and be undone by him.
Could your highness patience?
In praising Antony, I have dispraised Caesar.
Many times, madame.
I'm paid for it now. You from handsome? Oh, Clarence, John. Oh, 'tis not. Go to the fellow, good Iris. Bid him report the feature of Octavia, her years, her inclination, that he not leave out the color of her hair. Bring me word, quickly! Oh, let him forever go! Oh, let him not! Oh, Charmian. The one way he be painted like a Gorgon, the other way's a Mars. Vidumardian, bring me word how tall she is. Charmian, pity me, but do not speak to me. Lead me to my chamber.
Now, Sirrah, you do wish yourself in Egypt?
Would I had never come from thence, nor you thither.
If you can, your reason?
I see it in my motion, have it not in my tongue, but yet hie you again to Egypt.
Say to me, whose fortunes shall rise higher, Caesar's or mine?
Caesar's. Therefore, O Antony, stay not by his side. Thy demon that thy spirit which keeps thee is noble, courageous, high, unmatchable, where Caesar's is not. But near him thy angel becomes a fear, as being o'erpowered, therefore make space enough between you.
Speak this no more.
To none but thee, no more but when to thee. If thou dost play with him at any game, thou art sure to lose. And of that natural luck he beats against the odds. Thy luster thickens when he shines by. I say again, thy spirit is all afraid to govern thee near him, but he away. 'Tis noble.
Get thee gone. Be it Arthur hap, he hath spoken true. The very dice obey him, and in our sports, my better cunning faints under his chance. If we draw lots, he speeds. His cocks do win the battle still of mine, when 'tis all to naught, and his quails ever beat mine in hooped at odds. I will to Egypt, though I make this marriage for my peace. In the east my pleasure lies.
What? Are the brothers parted?
They have dispatched the Pompey. He is gone. The other three are sealing. Octavia weeps to part from Rome, Caesar is sad, and Lepidus since Pompey's feast is troubled with a Greeks.
'Tis a noble Lepidus.
A very fine one. Oh, how he loves Caesar.
Nay, but how dearly he adores Mark Antony.
Caesar? Why, he's the Jupiter of men.
What's Antony? The god of Jupiter.
Spake you of Caesar? How? And unparalleled.
Oh, Antony, oh thou Arabian bird.
Would you praise Caesar? Say Caesar. Go no further.
Indeed, he plied them both with excellent praises.
But he loves Caesar best, and he loves Antony. Oh, hearts, tongues, figures, bards, scribes, poets cannot think, speak, cast, write, sing, number. Ooh, is love to Antony. But as for Caesar, kneel down and wonder.
Both Lepidus loves.
There's wings and neither beal. So, this is the horse. Adieu, noble Agrippa.
Good fortune where the barbers end. Farewell.
Well, where is the fellow?
Have a fear to come.
Go to. Come hither, sir.
Good madam, Herod of Jewry dare not look upon you, but when you are well pleased.
That Herod's head I'll have. But how, when Antony has gone through whom I might command it? Come thou near.
Most gracious Majesty.
Didst thou behold Octavia?
Aye, dread Queen.
Where?
Madam, in Rome I saw her lay between her brother and Mark Antony.
Is she as tall as me?
Madam, she is not.
Didst hear her speak? Is she shrill-tongued or low?
Madam, I heard her speak. She is low-voiced.
That's not so good. He cannot like her long.
Like her? Oh, Isis, 'tis impossible.
I think so, charming and dull of tongue and dwarfish. What majesty is in her gait? Remember, if e'er thou look'st on majesty.
She creeps. Her motion and her station are as one. She shares a body rather than a life, a statue than a breather.
Is this certain?
Or I have no observance.
3 in Egypt cannot make better, no?
Oh, he's very knowing, I do perceive. There's nothing in her yet. This fellow has good judgment.
Excellent.
Guess at her years, I prithee.
Madam, she was a widow.
Charming.
And I do think she's 30.
Bear'st thou her face in mind? Is long or round?
Round, even to faultiness.
For the most part, too, they are foolish that are so. Her hair, what color?
Brown, madam, and her forehead as low as she would wish it.
There is gold for thee. Oh, you must not take my former sharpness ill. I will employ thee back again. I find thee most fit for business. Go, make thee ready. Our letters are prepared.
A proper man.
Indeed, he is so. Or I repent me much that so I harried him. Why, methinks by him this creature is no such thing.
Nothing, madam.
The man hath seen some majesty and should know.
Hath he seen majesty? Isis else defended, serving you so long.
I have one thing more to ask him yet, good Charmian. But 'tis no matter, thou shalt bring it to me where I will write. All may be well enough.
I warrant you, madam.
She creeps.
Condemning Rome, he has done all of this and more in Alexandria. Here is the manor rooms. In the marketplace on tribunal silver, Cleopatra and himself in chairs of gold were publicly enthroned. At their feet sat Caesarion, whom they call my father's son. And all the unlawful issue their lust since then hath made between them. Unto her he gave establishment in Egypt, made her of Lower Syria, Cyprus, Lydia, absolute queen.
This in the public eye.
In the common showplace where they exercised. His sons he there proclaimed the kings of kings. Great Medea, Parthenia, Armenia he gave to Alexander. To Ptolemy assigned Syria, Cilicia, Phoenicia. She inhabitants of the goddess Isis that day appeared as 'tis reported so.
Let Rome be thus informed.
Who, queasy with his insolence already, will their good thoughts call from him?
The people know it, and have now received his accusations.
Sir, who does he accuse?
Caesar. And that, having in Sicily Sextus Pompeius spoiled, we had not raided in his part of the isle. Then he says he left me some shipping unrestored. Lastly, he threats Lepidus of the triumvirate should be deposed, and being, we detain all his revenue.
Oh, sir, this should be answered.
'Tis done already, and the messenger gone. I have told him Lepidus was grown too cruel, that his high authority abused, and did deserve his change. For what I have conquered, I grant in part. But for him and his other remaining kingdoms, I demand the like.
He'll never yield to that.
Nor must he then be yielded to in this.
I will be even with thee, doubt it not.
Why?
Thou hast forspoke our being in these wars, and say'st it is not fit.
Well, is it?
Is it not declared against us? Why should not we be there in person?
I could reply, if we should serve with horse and mares together, the horse would really lost. The mares would bear a soldier and his horse.
What is't you say?
Your presence needs must trouble, Antony. Take from his heart, take from his brain, from his time, which should not then be spared. He is already introduced to levity, and to set in Rome that Photinus a eunuch and your maids manage this war.
Sink Rome, and their tongues rot that speak against us. A charge we bear in the war, and as the president of my kingdom will appear there for a man. Speak not against it, I will not stay behind.
I have done. Here comes the emperor.
Is it not strange, Canidius, that from Tarentum and Brundusium you should so quickly cut the Ionian Sea and take in Tyrrhene? You've heard on it, sweet?
Celerity is never more admired than by the negligent.
Oh, a good rebuke, and one which might well become the best of men. Canidius, we will fight with him by sea.
By sea, what
Why would my
else?
lord do so?
For that he dares us to it.
So hath my lord dared him to single fight.
Aye, and to wage the spell at Pharsae, where Caesar fought with Pompey. But these offers which serve not for his advantage he shakes off, and so should you.
Your ships are not well manned. Your mariners are muleteers, reapers, people engrossed by swift impress. In Caesar's fleet are those that often against Pompey fought. Their ships are yours heavy. No disgrace shall fall you for refusing him at sea, being prepared for land.
By sea, by sea.
Most worthy sir, you dare and throw away the absolute soldiership you have by land. Distract your army, which doth most consist of war-marked footmen. Give up yourself merely to chance and hazard from firm security.
I'll fight at land.
I have 60 sails, Caesar none better.
Our overplus of shipping will we burn. With the rest, full man from the head of Actium, beat the approaching Caesar. But if we fail, we then can do it by land. Thy business?
News is true, my lord. News is tried.
Caesar's taken for reading.
Can he be there in person? 'Tis impossible. Strange that his power should be. Canidius, our 19 legions thou shalt hold by land with our 12,000 horse. We'll to our ship. Away, my Thetis.
The Antony, the Egyptian admiral, with all their 60 fly and turn the rudder. The sea of mine eyes are blasted. So here's the fight.
On our side, like the token pestilence where death is sure, yon nag of Egypt hoists sails and flies.
And I beheld my eyes did sicken at the sight and could not endure further view.
She once being lifted, the noble ruin of her magic Antony claps on his sea wings, and like a doting mallard, flies after her. I never saw an action of such shame. Experience, manhood, honor, never before did violate so and so.
Go back.
Mark, the land bid me tread no more upon it. It is a shame to bear me. Friends, come hither. I am so leaded in the world, I've lost my way forever. I have a ship laden with gold. Take that, divide it, fly, and make your peace with Caesar.
Fly? Not wait.
I fled myself. I've instructed cowards to run and show their shoulders. Friends, be gone. I have myself resolved upon a course which has no need of you. My treasure's in the harbor. Take it. Oh, I follow that I blush to look upon. My very hairs do mutiny, for the white reprove the brown for rashness, and they them for fear and doting. Friends, be gone. You shall have letters from me to some friends that will sweep your way for you. Pray you look not sad, nor make replies of loathness. Take the hint which my despair proclaims. Let that be left which leaves itself. To the seaside straightway I will possess you of that ship and treasure. Oh, leave me, I pray, a little. Pray you now. For indeed I have lost command, therefore I pray you. I'll see you by and by.
Nay, gentle madam, to him, comfort him.
Do, most dear queen. Do, I will else.
Let me sit down. Oh, Juno.
No.
See you here, sir.
Madam, oh good empress.
Sir.
Yes, my lord, yes. He at Philippi kept his sword, even like a dancer, while I struck the lean and wrinkled Cassius. And 'twas I that the mad Brutus ended. He only dealt on lieutenantry, no practice had in the brave squares of war. Yet now...
Stand by.
The queen, my lord, the queen.
Go to him, madam. Speak to him. He is unquality with very shame.
Well then, sustain me.
Most noble sir, arise. The queen approaches. Her head's declined in death will seize her, but your comfort makes the rescue.
I've offended reputation. The most unnoble swerving.
Sir, the queen.
Oh, whither hast thou led me, Egypt? See how I convey my shame out of thine eyes by looking back what I have left behind, destroyed in dishonor.
Oh, my lord. My lord, forgive my fearful sails. I little thought you would have followed.
Oh, Egypt, thou knewest too well my heart was to thy rudder, tied by the strings, and thou shouldst tow me after. Or my spirit, thy full supremacy thou knewest, and that thy beck might from the bidding of the gods command me.
My pardon.
Now I must to the young man send humble treaties, dodge and falter in the shifts of lowness, who with half of the bulk of the world played as I pleased, making and marring fortunes. You did know how much you were my conqueror, that my heart made weak by my affection would obey it on all cause.
Pardon. Pardon.
Oh, fall not a tear. I say one of them rates all that is won and lost. Give me a kiss. Even this repays me. We sent our schoolmaster. Is he come back? Oh, love, I am full of lead. Some wine within there in our vines. Fortune knows. We scorn most, and most robbers blows.
A letter up here that's come from Antony. Know you him?
Caesar, 'tis his schoolmaster, an argument that he has plucked when hither he sent so poor opinion of his wing, which had superfluous kings for messengers not many moons gone by.
Approach and speak, such as I am, I come from Antony. I was of late as petty to his ends as is the morn dew and the myrtle leaf to his grand sea.
Oh, be it so. Declare thine office.
Lord of his fortunes, he salutes thee, and requires to live in Egypt. Which not granted, he lessens his requests, and to thee sues to let him breathe between the heavens and earth, a private man in Athens. This for him. Next, Cleopatra does confess thy greatness, submits her to thy might, and of thee craves the crown of the Ptolemies for her heirs. Now hazard to thy grace.
For Antony I have no ears to his requests. Queen of audience, no desire shall fail. So she from Egypt, drive her all disgraced friend, or take his life there. This if she perform, she shall not sue unheard. So to them both.
Fortune, pursue thee.
Bring him to the bands. To try thy eloquence now 'tis time. Dispatch. Win from Antony Cleopatra. Promise, and in our name what she requires. Add more from thine invention offers. Women are not in their best fortune strong, but want will perjure the never-touched vestal. Try thy cunning, Phidias. Make thine own edict for thy pains, which we will answer as a law.
Caesar, I go.
Observe how Antony becomes his flaw, and what thou thinkst his very action speaks, and every power that moves.
Caesar, I shall.
What shall we do, Naboris?
Think and die.
Is Antony or we in fault for this?
Antony only, that would make his will lord of his reason. Though you fled from that great phase of war whose several rages fretted each other, why should he follow? The itch of his affection should not then... At such a point when half to half the world opposed, he being the mirrored question, it was a shame no lesson was his loss. To course your flying flags mean his navy gazing.
Prithee, peace.
Is that his answer?
I, my lord.
The queen shall then have courtesy, so she will yield us up.
He says so.
Let her know it. But to the boy Caesar, send this grizzled head, and he will fill thy wishes to the brim with principalities.
That head, my lord.
To him again. Tell him he wears the rose of youth upon him, from which the world should note something particular. His coin, ships, legions may be a coward's, whose ministers would prevail under the service of a child as soon as in the command of Caesar. I dare him therefore to lay his gay comparisons apart and answer me decline, sword against sword. I'll write it, follow me.
Yes, like enough, high battled Caesar will unstate his happiness and be staged to show against his sword. I see men's judgments are a parcel of their fortunes, and things outward to draw the inward quality after them to suffer all alike. That he should dream, knowing all measures, the full Caesar will answer his emptiness. Caesar, thou hast subdued his judgment too.
A messenger from Caesar.
What, no more ceremony? See my women. Against the blown rose may they stop their nose that kneeled unto the buds. Admit him, sir. Caesar's will?
Here in part.
None but friends say boldly.
So happily are they friends to Antony.
He needs as many, sir, as Caesar has. Well, he needs not us. If Caesar please, our master will leap to be his friend. For us, he knows he is, and we are, and it's Caesar's.
So, thus then, thou most renowned, Caesar entreats not to consider in what case thou standest further than he is Caesar.
Go on, right royal.
He knows that you embrace not Antony as you did love, but as you feared him.
Oh.
The scars upon your armor, therefore he does piteous, constrained blemishes, not as deserved.
He is a god and knows what is most right. Mine honor was not yielded, but conquered merely.
To be sure that I will ask Antony. Sir, sir, thou art so leaky that we must leave thee to thy sinking, for thou dearest quit thee.
Shall I take to Caesar what it is you require of him? For he partly begs to be desired to give. It would much please him that of his fortunes you should make a staff to lean upon. But if he heard from me that you had left Antony and put yourself under his shroud, the universal landlord, it would warm his spirits.
What's your name?
My name is Phidias.
Most kind messenger, say to great Caesar this. In deputation I kiss his conquering hand. Tell him I am quick to lay my crown at his feet and there to kneel. Tell him in his all-obeying breath I hear the doom of Egypt.
'Tis your noblest course, wisdom and fortune combating together, but the former dare what it can, no chance may shake it. Give me grace to lay my duty on your hand.
Your Caesar's father oft, when he hath mused on taking kingdoms in, bestowed his lips on that unworthy place, as it rained kisses.
Favors! By Jove, that thunders where thou fellow!
One that but performs the biddings of the fullest man, and worthiest hath command obeyed.
Will be wet.
Approach there! Ah, you kite! Now, gods and devils, authority melts from me. Of late when I cried home, like boys unto a muss, kings would start forth and cry, your will. Have you no ears? I'm Antony yet! Take hence this jack and whip him.
'Tis better playing with a lion's whelp than with an old one dying.
Whip him! Were it 20 of the greatest tributaries that do acknowledge Caesar, should I find him so saucy with the hand of she here? What's her name, since she was Cleopatra? Whip him, fellows, till like a boy you see him cringe his face and whine aloud for mercy.
Mark Antony.
Take him hence. Be whipped, bring him again. This jack of Caesar shall bear us an errand to him. You were half blasted ere I knew you. Ha! How about my pillow left unpressed in Rome, for going the getting of a lawful race and by a gem of women, to be abused by one that looks on feeders?
Good my lord.
You have been a boggler ever! That's when we in our viciousness grow hard. Oh, misery on it. The wise gods seal our eyes. In our own filth drop our clear judgment, make us adore our errors, laugh at us while we strut to our confusion.
How is come to this?
I found you as a morsel cold upon dead Caesar's trencher. Nay, you are a fragment of Gnaeus Pompey's. Besides, what hotter hours, unregistered in vulgar fame, you have luxuriously picked out. For I am sure, though you can guess what temperance should be, you know not what it is.
Wherefore is this?
To let a fellow that will take rewards and say God quit you, be familiar with my playfellow, your hand, this kingly seal and plighter of high hearts. Oh, that I were in the hill of Bashan, to outroar the horned herd! For I have savage cause, and to proclaim it civilly were like a haltered neck which doth the hangman thank for being yare about him. Thee wit!
Soundly, my lord.
Cried he and begged a pardon?
He did ask favour.
If that thy father live, let him repent thou wast not made his daughter. And be thou sorry to follow Caesar in his triumph, since thou hast been whipped for following him. Henceforth, the white hand of the lady, fever thee! Shakest thou all look on it! Get thee back to Caesar. Tell him my entertainment. Look, thou say he makes me angry with him! For he seems proud and disdainful, harping on what I am and not what he knew I was. He makes me angry, and at this time most easy it is to do it, when my good stars that were my former guides have empty left their orbs and shut their fires in the abysm of hell. If he mislike my speech and what is done, tell him he has Hipparchus, my enfranchised bondsman, whom he may at pleasure whip, or hang, or torture, as he shall like to quit me. Urge it thou. Hence will thy stripes be on.
Have you done yet?
Alack, our terry moon is now eclipsed, and it portends all in the fall of Antony.
I must stay his time.
To flatter Caesar, would you mingle eyes with one that ties his points?
Not know me yet.
Cold-hearted toward moon.
Oh dear, if I be so, from my cold heart let heaven engender hail, and poison it in the source, and let the first stone drop in my neck, as it determines, so dissolve my life. The next Caesarean smite, till by degrees the memory of my womb, together with my brave Egyptians all, by the discandying of this pelleted storm lie graveless, till the flies and gnats of Nile have buried them for prey.
I am satisfied. Caesar sits down now, Alexander, where I will oppose his fate. My force by land have nobly held. Our severed navy, too, have knit again. Oh, where hast thou been, my heart? Dost thou hear, lady? If from the field I shall return once more to kiss these lips, I will appear in blood. I and my sword will earn our chronicle. There's hope in it yet.
That's my brave lord.
I will be trouble-sinewed, hearted, breathed, and fight maliciously. For when mine hours were nice and lucky, men did ransom lives with me for jests. But now I'll set my teeth and send to darkness all that stop me. Come, let's have one other gaudy night. Call to me all my sad captains. Fill our bowls once more. Let's mock the midnight bell.
It is my birthday. Oh, I had thought to have held it poor. But since my lord is Antony again, I will be Cleopatra.
We will yet do well.
Call all his noble captains to my lord.
Do so, we'll speak with them. And tonight I'll force the wine peep through their scars. Come on, my queen. There's sap in it yet. The next time I do fight, I'll make death love me, for I will contend even with this pestilent sight.
Now thou stare the lightning. To be furious is to be frighted out of fear. And in that mood the dove will peck the estrich. And I see still a diminution in our captain's brain restores his heart. He thou the praise on reason, beats the sword it fights with. And will seek some way to lead him.
Caesar, he hath whipped with rods, dares me to personal combat. Caesar to Antony. Let the old ruffian know I have many other ways to die. Meantime, laugh at his challenge.
Caesar must think when one so great begins to rage, he's hunted even to falling. Give him no breath, but now make boot of his distraction. Never anger make good guard for itself.
But our best heads know that tomorrow, the last of many battles we mean to fight. Within our files are those who served Mark Antony, buttoned it late, enough to fetch him in. See it done. And feast the army. We have store to do it, and they have earned the waste. Poor Antony.
You will not fight with me, Delicious? No? Why should he not?
He thinks being 20 times his better fortune, he is 20 men to 1.
Tomorrow, soldier, by sea and land I'll fight, or I will live, or bathe my dying honor in the blood shall make it live again. Wilt thou fight well?
I'll strike and cry, take all.
Well said, well said. Call forth my household servants. Tonight let's be bounteous at our meal. Give me thy hand. Thou hast been rightly honest. So hast thou. And thou. And thou. You have served me well, and kings have been your fellows.
What means this?
'Tis when it does odd tricks with sorrow, shoots out of her mind.
And thou art honest too. I wish I could be made so many men, and all of you clapped up together in an Antony, that I might do you service so good as you have done.
The gods forbid.
Well, my good fellows, wait on me tonight. Scant not my cups, and make as much of me as when mine empire was your fellow too, and suffered my command.
What does he mean?
To make his followers weep.
Tend me tonight. Maybe it is the period of your duty. Haply you shall not see me more, or if, mangled shadow. Perchance tomorrow you'll serve another master. I look on you as one that takes his leave. My hardy friends, I turn you not away, but like a master married to your good service, stay till death. Tend me tonight 2 hours, I ask no more, and the gods yield you for it.
Mean you serve to bring them this discomfort. Look, they weep, and I have asked, and I do not. For shame, transform us not into women.
Now, which take me if I meant it thus. Grace grow where those drops fall. My hardy friends, you take me into dolorous ascents, for I spake to you for your comfort, to desire you to burn this night with torches. No, my hearts, I hope well of tomorrow, and will lead you where rather I'll expect victorious life than death and honor. Let's to supper come, and drown consideration.
Brother, good night. Tomorrow is the day. It will turn one way. There you will. Nothing strange about the streets. Nothing. What news? We like this but a rumor. Good night to you. Well, sir, good night. Soldiers, have your watch. And you? Good night. Good night. Hear me. Tomorrow I'll be on God. I have absolute hope. 'Tis a brave heart, full purpose. Peace. Noise! List! Music in the air. Signed well, does it not? No! Peace, I say, what should this mean? Jesus God, Hercules! Antony love now leaves him! Walk! See if other watchmen do hear what we do. How now, masters? How now? Do you hear this? Ah, isn't that strange? Do you hear, masters? Do you hear? Follow the noise so far as we have heard, and see how it will give off. It's strange. It's strange.
I'll help too.
Ah, let be. Thou art the armor of my heart. False, this.
I'll help. Oops.
Well, we shall thrive now. Seest thou, my good fellow? Go, put on thy defenses.
Briefly, sir.
Is this not well buckled?
Rarely. He that unbuckles this today, till we do please to daff it for our repose, shall fear a storm. Thou fumblest, Eros. My queen's esquire more tight at this than thou. Dispatch. Ah, love. Thou couldst see my wars today and noose the royal occupation. Thou shouldst see a workman in it. 'Tis well blown, lads. This morning, like the spirit of the youth that means to be of note, begins betimes. Very well, then. Whatever becomes of me, this is a soldier's kiss. Rebukable and worthy shameful check it were to stand on more mechanic compliment. I'll leave you now like a man of steel. You that will fight, follow me close. I'll bring you to it. Adieu.
Please, you retire to your chamber.
Lead me. Goes forth, gallant. That he and Caesar might determine this great war in single fight. Then Antony. But now, well, on.
The gods make this a happy day to Antony.
But thou knows thy scars that once prevailed on me to fight at land.
Hadst thou done so, the kings that have revolted, and the soldier that has this morning left thee would still have followed thy heels.
Who's gone this morning?
Who? One ever near thee. Call for Nabarbus, he shall not hear thee. Or from Caesar's camp say I am none of thine.
What sayest thou?
Sir, he is with Caesar.
Sir, his chest of treasure he has not with him.
Is he gone?
Most certain.
Go, Eros, send his treasure after. Do it. Detain no jot, I charge thee. Write to him, I will subscribe. Gentle adieus and greetings. Say that I wish he never had more cause to change a master. All my fortunes have corrupted honest men. Dispatch! Enobarbus.
Go forth, Agrippa, and begin the fight. How real is Antony be took alive, make it so known.
Caesar, I shall.
Prove this a prosperous day. The three-nook world shall bear the olive freely.
Antony is coming to the field.
Go charge Agrippa, flank those that are revolt in the band, that Antony may seem to spend his fury upon himself.
Alexis did revolt and went to jury and affairs of Antony. There did persuade great Herod to incline himself to Caesar and leave his master Antony. For his pain, Caesar unhanged him. Canidius and the rest had fell away at entertainment, but no honorable trust. I myself have done ill, of which I do accuse myself so sorely that I will joy no more.
Enobarbus. Antony has sent after thee all thy treasure, with his bounty overplus. A messenger came on my garden that thy tent is now loading his mules.
I give it you.
Mock not, Enobarbus, I tell you true. Best you sake to bring it over the host. I must attend mine office, or would have done it myself. Your emperor continues still a Jove.
I am alone, the villain of the earth, and feel I am so most. Oh, Antony, thou mine of bounty! How wouldst thou have paid my better service when my turpitude thou dost so crown with gold? This fills my heart, a swift thought breaking, not as swift a mean shall outstrike thought. The thought will do it, I feel. I fight against thee? No. I will seek some ditch wherein to die. The foulest best fits on the latter part of life.
Retire! Come. We have engaged ourselves too far. Caesar himself has work. Our oppression exceeds what we expected. Come.
Oh, my brave emperor, this is fought indeed. Had we done so at first, we'd driven them home with clouts about their heads.
Thou bleedst apace.
I had a wound here that was like a teeth, and now 'tis maiden age.
They do retire.
We'll beat them in the bench holes. I've yet room for 6 scotches more.
They're beaten, sir, and our advantage serves us for a fair victory.
We beat him to his camp. Run one before and let the queen know of our jests. Tomorrow, before the sun shall see us, we'll spill the blood that has today escaped. I thank you all, for doughty-handed are you, and have fought, not as you served the cause, but as it had been each man's like mine. You have shown all Hectors. Now into the city, clip your wives, your friends, tell them your feats, while they with joyful tears wash the congealment from your wounds and kiss the honored gashes whole. Give me thy hand. To this great fairy I'll commend thy acts. Make her thanks bless thee. Oh, that day of the world.
Lord of lords, oh infinite virtue, comest thou smiling from the world's great snare uncaught?
My nightingale, we have beat them to their beds. What girl? Thou greatest mingles something with our younger brown, yet have we a brain that nourishes our nerves and can get goal for goal of youth. Behold this man. Commend unto his lips thy favoring hand. Kiss it, my warrior. He has fought today as if a god and hate of mankind destroyed in such a shape.
I'll give thee, friend, an armor all of gold. It was a king's.
He has deserved it, were it carbuncle like holy Phoebus Car. Give me thy hand. Through Alexandria, make a jolly march. Bear our hacked targets like the men that own them. Had our great palace the capacity to camp this host, we all would sup together and drink carouses to the next day's fate, which promises royal peril. Trumpeters, with brazen din blast to the city's ear. Make mingle with our rattling tambourines, that heaven and earth may strike their sounds together, applauding our approach.
If we be not relieved within this hour, we must return to the court of God. The light is shining. They say we will in battle by the second hour of the morn.
Oh, this last day was a shrewd one to us.
Bear me witness, knight.
What man is this?
Bring close, wisdom.
Be witness to me, O thou blessed moon, when in revolts and shall upon record bear hateful memory. For we know Bargus did before thy face repent.
Eno Bargus?
Hark further.
Sovereign mistress of true melancholy. The poisonous damp of night to sponge upon me the life of a rebel to my will may hang no longer on. Fill my heart against the flint and hardness of my fault, which being dried with grief will break to powder and finish all foul thoughts. Oh, Antony, noble that my revolt is infamous. Forgive me in thy moon particular, but let the world break me and register a master leaver and a fugitive. Oh, Antony. Oh, Antony.
Oh, go in.
Hey, let's hear him, for the things he speaks make me serve Caesar.
Let us do so, but he sleeps.
Swoons, rather, for so bad a prayer as is was one for sleep.
Go in to him.
Sir! Sir! Awake, sir!
Hear you, sir.
And of death hath brought him. Hark! The drums
enough to merely wake the sleepers. Let us bear him to the court of God, ears of note, and our hour is fully out.
Oh, come on, men.
He may recover yet.
Yet they are not joined. Where yon Primus stand, I shall discover all. I'll bring thee word straight how 'tis like to go.
The swallows have built in Cleopatra's sails and nests. The augurs say they know not, look grimly, and dare not speak their knowledge. Antony is valiant and dejected, and by starts his spreaded fortunes give him hopes and fears of what he has, and has not.
All is lost! This foul Egyptian has betrayed me! My feet have yielded to the foe, and yonder they cast their caps up and carouse together like friends long lost. Triple turned whore! 'Tis thou hast sold me to this novice. My heart makes only wars on thee. Bid them all fly. For when I am revenged against my charm, I have done all. Bid them all fly, begone! Oh, son, ever shall I see no more. Fortune and Antony, part here, even here do we shake hands. All come to this. The hearts that spanieled me at heels, to whom I gave their wishes, to discandy, melt their sweets on blossoming Caesar, and this pine is bark that overtopped them all. Betrayed. Oh, this false soul of Egypt, this grave charm, whose eye becked forth my wars and called them home, whose bosom was my crownet, my chief end, like a right gypsy hath it fast and loose, beguiled me to the very heart of loss. Eros! Eros! Ah, spell, avaunt!
Why is my lord enraged against his love?
Vanish, or I'll give thee thy deserving and blemish Caesar's triumph. Let him take thee, and hoist thee up with the shouting plebeians. Follow his chariot like the greatest spot of all thy sex. Most monster-like be shown for poorest Dominicus results. And let patient Octavia plow thy visage up with her prepared nails. 'Tis well thou art gone, if it be well to live. But better twere thou fell'st into my fury, for then one death might have prevented many. Eros! Sure, Nessus is upon me. Teach me, Alcides, thou mine ancestor, thy rage. Let me lodge Lycus on the horns of the moon, and with those hands that grasp the heaviest club, subdue my worthiest self. Which shall die.
More mad than Telamon for a shield. The boar of Thessaly was never so embossed.
To the monument. There lock yourself and send him word you are dead. The soul and body rive not more in parting than greatness going off.
To the monument, Marian. Go tell him I have slain myself. Say that the last I spoke was Antony, and worded prithee piteously. Hence, Marian, and bring me who takes my death. To the monument.
Eros, thou yet beholdst me.
I, noble one.
Sometimes we see a cloud that's dragonish, a vapor sometimes like a bear or a lion, a towered citadel, a pendant rock, a forked mountain, a blue promontory with trees upon it that nod unto the world and mock our eyes with air.
I, my lord.
You have seen these signs, they are Black Vesper's pageants.
I, my lord.
That which is now a horse, even with a thought, the rack dislimbs and makes it indistinct as water is water.
It does, my lord.
My good knave Eros, now thy captain is even such a body. Here I am, Antony, and yet cannot keep this visible shape, my knave. I made these wars for Egypt. The queen, whose heart I thought I had, for she had mine. Which, whilst it was mine, had a next unto it, 1,000,000 more now lost. She, Eros, has packed cards with Caesar and false played my glory unto an enemy's trump. Nay, weep not, gentle Eros. There is left us ourselves to end ourselves. Oh, thy vile lady, she has robbed me of my sword.
Nay, Antony, my mistress lovely, and her fortunes mingled with thine entirely.
Hence, thus the eunuch, peace! She has betrayed me and shall die the death!
Death of one person can be paid but once, that she has discharged. What thou wouldst do is done unto thy hand. The last she spake was Antony. Most noble Antony. Then in the midst a tearing groan did break the name of Antony. It was divided between her heart and her lips. She rendered life thy name so buried in her.
Dead then?
Dead.
Unarmed, Eros. The long day's task is done, and we sleep. If thou departs hence safe, dost pay thy labor richly. Go. Off, pluck off. Sevenfold shield of Ajax cannot keep the battery from my heart. Oh, cleave my sides. Heart, once be stronger than thy continent. Crack thy frail case. Apace, Eros, apace. No more a soldier. Bruised pieces go. Thou hast been nobly born. Take them away. I will o'ertake thee, Cleopatra, and weep for my parting. So it must be, for now all length is torture. Since the torch is out, lie down and stray no farther. Now all labor mars what it does, yea, very force entangles itself with strength. Seal then, and all is done. Eros, come, my queen. Eros, stay for me. Where souls do couch on flowers, we'll hand in hand, and with our sprightly port, make the ghosts gaze. Dido and her Aeneas shall want troops, and all the haunt be ours. Eros!
What would my lord?
Since Cleopatra died, I have lived in such dishonor that the gods detest my baseness. I that with my sword courted the globe, nor green Neptune's back with ships made cities, condemn myself to lack the courage of a woman, less noble mind than she, which by her death our Caesar tells, I am the conqueror of myself. Thou art sworn, Eros, that when the exigent should come, now is come indeed, when I should see behind me the inevitable prosecution of disgrace and horror, that on my command thou then wouldst kill me. Do it, the time has come. Thou strikest not me, 'tis Caesar thou defeats. Put color in thy cheek.
The gods withhold me. Shall I do that, which all the Parthian darts, though enemy, lost aim and could not?
Eros, wouldst thou be windowed in great Rome, and see thy master, thus with pleached arms, bending down his corrigible neck, his face subdued to penetrative shame, whilst the wheeled seat of fortunate Caesar, drawn before him, branded his baseness that ensued?
I would not see it.
Come then, for with a wound I must be cured. Draw thou thine honest sword, which thou hast worn most useful for thy country.
Sir, pardon me.
When I did make thee free, sworest thou not then to do this when I bade thee? Do it at once, or thy preceding services are all but accidents unpurposed. Draw and come.
Turn from me that noble countenance, wherein the worship of the whole world lies.
Lo thee.
My sword is drawn.
Then let it do at once the thing why thou hast drawn it.
My dear master, my captain, my emperor, let me say before I strike this bloody stroke, farewell.
'Tis said, man, and farewell.
Farewell, great chief. Shall I strike now?
Now, Eros.
Why there then?
Thrice nobler than myself. Thou teachest me, O valiant Eros, what I should and thou couldst not. My queen and Eros have by their brave instruction got upon me a nobleness and record. But I will be a bridegroom in my death and run into it as to a lover's bed. Come then. And Eros, thy master dies thy scholar. To do thus, I learned of thee. The guards! Oh! Dispatch me!
What's that noise?
I have done my work ill, friends. Oh! Make an end of what I have begun.
The star's fallen in. Time is at its period. Last and woe.
Let him that loves me strike me dead.
Not I.
Nor I. Nor anyone. Oh, Antony, thy death and fortunes bid thy followers fly. This sword, but shown to Caesar, with this tidings shall enter me with him.
Where's Antony?
There, Diamond.
Lives he? Wilt thou not answer, man?
Art thou there, Diamond? Draw thy sword and give me sufficing strokes for death.
Most absolute lord, my mistress Cleopatra sent me to thee.
When did she send thee?
Now, my lord.
Where is she?
Locked in her monument, she sent you word she was dead, but fearing since how it might work, had sent me to proclaim the truth. And I am come, I dread too late.
Too late, good Diamond. Call my guard, I prithee.
What ho, the guard, the Emperor's guard! Come, your lord calls.
Bear thee, good friends, where Cleopatra bides. 'Tis the last service I shall command you.
Woe, woe are we, sir, that thou might not live to wear all thy true followers out.
Take me up. I have led you off. Carry me now, good friends. And have my thanks for all.
Charming, I will never go from hence.
Be comforted, dear madam.
No, I will not. All strange and terrible events are welcome, but comforts we despise. Our sighs of sorrow proportioned to our cause must be as great as that which makes it. How now? Is he dead?
His death's upon him, but not dead. Look on t'other side of your monument, his guard have brought him thither.
Oh, sun, burn the great sphere thou movest in. Darkling stand the varying shore of the world. Oh,
Antony, Antony, Antony.
I am dying, Egypt. I'm dying. Only I hear an important death a while, until of many thousand kisses, the poor last I lay upon thy lips.
I dare not, dear. Dear my lord, pardon, I dare not come down lest I be taken. Not the full fortune sure of the high fortune Caesar ever shall be broached with me. If knife, drug, serpent have edge, sting, or operation, I am safe. Your wife Octavia, with her modest eyes and still conclusion, shall acquire no honor demurring upon me. Come, come, Antony, we must draw thee up. Help me, my women. Assist, good friends.
Oh, quicker, I am gone.
Here's sport indeed. How heavy weighs my lord. Our strength is all gone into heaviness. That makes the weight. But come, come. And welcome, welcome. Die where thou hast lived. Quicken with kissing. Had my lips that power, thus would I wear them out.
One word, sweet queen. O Caesar, seek your safety with your honor.
They do not go together.
Gentle, hear me. None about Caesar trust Patroclus.
My resolution in my hands I'll trust, none about Caesar.
The miserable change, now at my end, lament nor sorrow at. Please your thoughts in feeding them with those my former fortunes, wherein I lived, the greatest prince in the world, the noblest, and do now not basely die, not cowardly put off my helmet to my countrymen. A Roman, by a Roman, valiantly vanquished. Now my spirit is going, I can no more.
Noblest of men would die. Hast thou no care of me? Shall I abide in this dull world, which in thy absence is no better than a sty? You see, my women, the crown of the earth doth melt. My lord! Withered is the garland of the war. The soldier's pole is fallen. Young boys and girls are level now with men. The odds is gone. And there is nothing left remarkable beneath the visiting moon.
Oh, quiet, Miss Lady. She's dead too, our sovereign. Madam, Royal Egypt Empress.
No more but in a woman, and commanded by such poor passion as the maid that milks and does the meanest chairs. It were for me to throw my scepter at the injurious gods, to tell them that this world did equal theirs till they had stolen our jewel. All's but naught. Patience is sottish, and impatience does become a dog that's mad. Then is it sin to rush into the secret house of death ere death dare come to us? How do you, women? What good cheer? Why, how now charming, oh, my noble girls. Oh, women, look, our land is spent, it's out. Good sirs, take heart. We'll bury him, and then what's brave, what's noble, let's do it after the high Roman fashion, and make death proud to take us. Come away. This case of that huge spirit now is cold. Come. We have no friend but resolution, and the briefest end.
yield being so frustrate. Tell him he mocks the pauses that he makes.
Caesar, I shall.
Wherefore is that? What art thou that darest appear thus to us?
I am called Decretus. Mark Antony I serve, who best was worthy, best to be served. Whilst he stood up and spoke, he was my master. If thou please to take me to thee, as I was to him, I'll be to Caesar. If thou pleasest not, I yield thee up my life.
What is it thou sayest?
I say, O Caesar, Antony is dead.
The breaking of so great a thing should have made a greater crack. The round world should have shook lions in the civil streets and citizens to their dens. The death of Antony is not a single doom, and that name may anointate the world.
He is dead, Caesar, not by a public minister of justice, nor by hired knife, but that self-hand which writ his honour in the acts it did, hath, with the courage which the heart did lend it, splitted the heart. This is his sword. I robbed his wound of it. Behold it stained with his most noble blood.
Look sad, you friends. The gods rebuke me, but it is tidings to wash thine eyes of kings.
Strange it is that nature must compel us to lament our most persistent deeds.
His taints and honors waist equal with them.
A river spirit never did stir humanity, but thou gods will give us some faults to make us men. Caesar was touched.
When such a spacious mirror is set before him, his needs must see himself.
Oh, Antony, I have followed thee to this. But we do launch disease in our bodies. We must perforce have shown to thee such a declining day, or look on thine. We could not stall together in the whole world. Yet that we connect with tears as sovereign as the blood of hearts. But thou, my brother, art a competitor in the top of all design. My mate in empire, friend and companion in the front of war. The arm of my own body, and the heart where mine his thoughts did kindle. That our stars, unreconcilable, should divide our equalness to this. Hear me, good friends! But I will tell you unto me to cease the business of this man looks out of him. Hear him what he says. Whence are you?
A poor Egyptian yet. The queen, my mistress, confined in all she has, her monument. Of thy intense desirous instructions, that she preparedly may frame herself to the way she's forced to.
Bid her have good heart. She soon shall know of us by some of ours, how honorable and kindly we determined for her. For Caesar cannot live to be ungentle.
So the gods preserve thee.
Try thy eloquence now 'tis time. Dispatch. With your speediness, bring us what she says and how you find her.
Caesar, I shall.
Dallas, go you along. Oh, where's Dolabella to second Proculus?
Dolabella!
Let him alone. For I remember now how he's employed. He shall on time be ready. Go with me to my tent, where you shall see how hardly I was drawn into this war, how calm and gentle I proceeded still in all my writings. Go with me, and see what I can show in this.
Desolation does begin to make a better life. 'Tis paltry to be Caesar. Not being fortune, he's but fortune's knave, a minister of her will. And it is great to do that thing that ends all other deeds. Which shackles accidents and bolts up change, which sleeps and never pallets more the dumb, the beggar's nurse and Caesar's.
Caesar sends greetings to the Queen of Egypt, and bids thee study on what fair demands thou meanest to have him grant thee.
What's thy name?
My name is Proculaeus.
Antony did tell me of you, bade me trust you. But I do not greatly care to be deceived that have no use for trusting. If your master would have a queen his beggar, you must tell him that majesty to keep decorum must no less beg than a kingdom. If he please to give me conquered Egypt for my son, he gives me so much of mine own as I shall kneel to him with thanks.
Be of good cheer, you are fallen into princely hand. Fear nothing. Make your full reference freely to my lord, who is so full of grace that it flows over on all that need. Let me report to him your sweet dependency, and you shall find a conqueror that will pray in aid for kindness, where he for grace is kneeled to.
Pray you tell him I am his fortune's vassal, and I send him the greatness he has got. I hourly learn a doctrine of obedience, and would gladly look him in the face.
This I'll report, dear lady. Have comfort, for I know your plight is pitied of him that caused it. You see how easily she made you surprised? Go on, Caesar, come.
Oh, quick, good hands!
Hold, worthy lady, hold. Do not yourself such wrong, who are in this relieved, not betrayed.
What, of death too, that rids our dogs of languish?
Cleopatra, do not abuse my master's bounty by the undoing of yourself. Let the world see his nobleness well acted, but your death will never let come forth.
Come hither, death. Come, quick, and take a queen, worth many babes and beggars.
Oh, temperance, lady.
Sir, I will eat no meat. I'll not drink, sir. If idle talk will once be necessary, I'll not sleep neither. This mortal house I'll ruin, do Caesar what he can. No, sir, that I will not wait pinioned at your master's court, nor once be chastised by the sober eye of dull Octavia. Oh, shall they hoist me up and show me to the shouting varletry of censuring Rome? Rather a ditch in Egypt be gentle grave unto me. Rather on Nilus mud lay me stark naked, and let the waterflies blow me into abhorring. Rather make my country's high pyramids my gibbet, and hang me up in chains.
You do extend these thoughts of horror further, then you shall find cause in Caesar.
Proculaeus, what thou hast done, my master Caesar knows, and he had sent me for the queen. I'll take it to my ground.
So, Dolabella, shall content me best. Be gentle to her. To Caesar I will speak what you shall please, if you will employ me to him.
Say I would die.
Most noble Empress, you've heard of me.
I cannot tell.
Surely you know me.
No matter, sir, what I have heard or known. You laugh when boys or women tell their dreams. Is not your trick.
I understand.
I dreamt there was an emperor, Antony. Oh, such another sleep that I might see but such another man.
If it might please
His
you.
face was as the heavens, and therein stuck a sun and moon which kept their course and lighted the little o'er the earth.
Your sovereign creature.
His legs bestrid the ocean, his reared arm crested the world. His voice was propertied as all the tuned spheres, and that to friends. But when he meant to quail and shake the orb, he was as rattling thunder. For his bounty there was no winter in't, and autumn 'twas that grew the more by reaping. His delights were dolphin-like. They showed his back above the element they moved in. In his livery walked crowns and crowns. Realms and islands were his plates dropped from his pocket.
No patron.
Think you there was or might be such a man as this I dreamt of?
Gentle madam, no.
You lie! Up to the hearing of the gods! But if there be or ever were one such, it's past the size of dreaming. Nature once stuffed devise strange forms with fancy. Yet imagine an Antony, for nature's pieced against fancy, condemning shadows quite.
Hear me, good madam. Your losses as yourself great, and you bear it as answering to the wicked. I might never overtake the suit's success, but I do feel by the rebound of yours a grief that smites my very heart at root.
I thank you, sir. Know you what Caesar means to do with me?
I am loath to tell you what I would
pray
do.
you, sir.
Though he be honorable...
He'll lead me then, in triumph.
Madam, he will. I know it.
Make way there! Caesar!
Which is the Queen of Egypt?
It is the Emperor, madam.
Arise. You shall not kneel. I pray you, rise, rise, Egypt.
Sir, the gods will have it thus. My master and my lord I must obey.
Take to you no hard thoughts. The records of what injuries you did us, so written in our flesh, we shall remember as things but done by chance.
So, sir, the world. I cannot project mine own cause so well to make it clear, but do confess I have been laden with like frailties which before have often shamed our sex.
Cleopatra, no, we will extenuate rather than enforce. If you apply yourself to our intents, which toward you are most gentle, you shall seek a benefit in this change. But if you seek to lay on me a cruelty by taking Antony's course, you shall bereave yourself of my good purposes, and put your children to that destruction which I'll guard them from if thereon you rely. I'll take my leave.
And nay, through all the world 'tis yours. And we, your scutcheons and your signs of conquest, shall hang in what place you please. Here, my good lord.
You shall advise me in all for Cleopatra.
This is the brief of money, plate, and jewels I am possessed of. 'Tis exactly valued, not petty things admitted. Where's Seleucus?
Here, madam.
This is my treasurer. Let him speak, my lord, upon his peril, that I have reserved to myself nothing. Speak the truth, Seleucus.
Madam, I had rather seal my lips than to my peril speak that which is not.
What have I kept back?
Enough to purchase what you have made known.
Nay, blush not, Cleopatra. I approve your wisdom in the deed.
See, Caesar, oh, behold how pomp is followed. What's mine shall now be yours. And should we shift estates, yours would be mine. The ingratitude of this Seleucus does even make me wild. Oh, slave, of no more trust than love that's hired. What, goest thou back? Oh, thou shalt go back, I warrant thee. I'll catch thine eyes though they had wings. Slave, soulless villain, dog, oh, rabid face!
Good queen, let us entreat you.
Oh, Caesar, what a wounding shame is this, that thou, vouchsafing here to visit me, doing the honor of thy lordliness to one so meek, that mine own servant should parcel the sum of my disgraces by addition of his envy. Say, good Caesar, that I some lady trifles have withheld, a moment toys, things of such dignity as we greet modern friends withal. And say, some nobler token have I kept aside for Livia and Octavia to induce their mediation. Must I be unfolded by one that I have bred? The gods, it smites me beneath the fall I have. Prithee, go hence, or I shall show the cinders of my spirits through the ashes of my chance.